I think that sometimes some of y'all women really don't understand how territorial men are. That's biologically how they are. It's different if you were covered up, but baby, you got titty tape on. So yes, of course, a man who knows how men are going to look at you, knowing that there's going to be men who are going to be predators or going to pursue you, he's right for saying that. That's not meaning that he's insecure, he's territorial. That's a man's nature, that's absolutely okay. It's your responsibility as his woman to understand his nature and to also have boundaries with yourself, knowing what you are exposing yourself to. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be quick. I'm so glad I can have conversations with my husband because I asked him, we had a deep conversation. I said, what is it about women that will make you not wife her? And the first thing he said, the way she presents herself. That's coming from a man. Men will tell you that if you dress provocative, they're going to see you as an object. If you dress sexual, they're going to see you as an object. Stop calling men insecure. That is their God-given right to say, I don't want my woman to present herself out here because not only is she a representation of me, she's a representation of herself. I need to see how you see yourself. I know we always talk about women's empowerment. Dressing like that is not women's empowerment, baby. You can try it all day long. It's not. There's nothing empowering.
Dang.
All right. What do you think about that? So we got a young man in the building. Do you agree with, I guess, her husband?
Completely, threat.
Yeah, bro. I'm young. I'm 28. I've been married 6 years though, and I say 100%. You know, especially when she says a man looks at, even if they're not married yet, if you as a man are considering dating and you understand that you're dating to eventually marry and that's what you're looking for, you understand that the woman that you with is a reflection of you. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's a big thing. Mm-hmm. You know, and so I'll be honest, anyone that I've seen who's been with someone who dresses, let's say, promiscuous, it's because how can I put this?
That what they on.
That what they on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, okay, if she move like that, that's okay, because I might not mind if she do something with somebody else, because I might benefit from that in a way. You know? And nowadays, they ain't pimping. It might be macking, whatever you want to call it, but that's how they move. You know, I'm okay with that. It ain't that serious. You know, and they might marry too and still move like that. You know, because nowadays you got poly and all this other, okay, that's fine. But when you look at, I guess what you would call a traditional marriage, right? A biblical marriage, why is it that Jesus says he's coming back for a spotless bride?
No cap. That's
not for no accident. Yeah, and if we understand that we are a reflection of him as his children, then she says something when she says it's in the nature of man to want a woman that carries herself a certain way.
Yeah. Bro, you reap what you sow, dog. That's what you reap what you sow. You're gonna get what you're looking for at the end of the day. So if you want a man of God gonna know, I don't want my woman going out like that. Exactly. But if you want a player gonna know, I want my woman going around looking like that. You're gonna reap what you sow at the end of the day.
Yeah. Women are very intelligent. So if you know half the time a dude gonna look at you like you for the streets when you wear a certain kind of outfit, now you gotta defend yourself. I'm not like that. I just like to look good. Like, why put yourself through that? You gotta defend yourself everywhere you go. Men not taking you serious. They trying you like a thought. Like, why don't you just say, you know what? Let me just wear something modest. Now, I know some women have certain features to where no matter what they wear, it's gonna accentuate their features. But it's one thing between being naturally just boom, and then I'm just gonna make sure I got it for sale or I got it for show. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I gotta look. Like, that's not somebody you want to say, oh man, I'm gonna take them home to meet my mama. You know what I'm saying? You might be you could on the inside be a great chick. You might be wholesome as a mug, but on the outside looking in, judging the tree by its fruit. You know what I'm saying? You look like a thought. So we're not gonna
Jesus.
I'm just being honest. It's like if a dude come out here and he dressing all, you know, so he got the tight muscle shirt on trying to do the more, they're like, oh man, he doing too much. It's the same way the other way around. So like you want to be taken seriously. Your appearance, how you carry yourself, it matters.
I think I'm gonna say this. I think the reason why, if any woman is watching this, the reason why what she said was so on point is because you end up putting that man in harm's way. And the reason why I'm saying
that's
that
underrated.
I'm saying that is because when y'all out and he's walking with you and dudes are just saying random stuff, to her, and you look at him like, what you gonna do about that?
Like, we gotta protect.
You want to protect your woman.
Come on,
but
man.
the question is, do you love him enough to be like, I don't want to put that pressure on him? Now, I'm not saying men aren't men and men don't do foolish stuff, because men are just we do dumb stuff. But at the same time, limit the dumbness. I would say limit the dumbness from a guy to approach y'all while y'all out, because if y'all out and you basically got see-through stuff on,
You got me in the blender.
you got that dude gonna say something to you, and I'm gonna have to fight that dude. I'm gonna have to get that dude, or I don't know if he pulls something out, it may be a wrap. But I think at the same time, it's like, if I love you enough to be like, yo, I love him enough to be like, you know what? I'd rather dress modest and keep him out of harm's way than always trying to do something foolish.
It shouldn't have nothing to do with the guy you with. You shouldn't be dressing like that ever in your life. This should be a relationship with you and God, and you should know what the Bible says about how you dress. It's for guys too. And that should be your only standard. It doesn't matter if you dating or not dating, married or not married, look good, don't look good. Like, you're not supposed to do that.
Sometimes, though, from what I hear from women, they say about other women, I don't know, I'm not a woman, you know what I'm saying? But what they say is, sometimes if a woman gets desperate enough, she'll start doing what she lonely, she desperate.
Attract.
She trying to, so she'll throw the bait out there with the outfit and stuff. But you gotta understand, you know what I'm saying? If I'm fishing for bass, I know what I'm gonna use. You know, so if I'm fishing for whatever,
Exactly.
so if you throwing that kind of bait out there, the kind of men you're gonna get, I doubt that's the man.
But what are you desperate for? Your desperation should be for your life to reflect God's character. And if you feel you're getting desperate, that you can't go reaching a bag of things that God said not to do to get the blessing that you're looking for. It's never gonna happen. You're never gonna get it.
For people in the comments saying what are women at in perspective, I think for the ladies, you should hear this from men, godly men that are telling you this is something. Majority of us is married. That Jerry Wild. I think that you should get the wisdom from a man to say, hey, these are the precautions of dressing any way you want to dress. These are some of the precautions that you'll put a man in danger. You'll get that attention that you shouldn't want to get.
But and it be counterproductive, bro. That's the thing. Like, half the time they don't understand that a man of God will see that and run from you.
Anybody gonna take you serious, man?
Like, we don't even want that.
You want the opinions of other women, not to disrespect what you're saying, but you want the opinion of other women. You ain't dating women, so I hope not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you dating men, so we tell you what we see. And I think that's a larger issue. Like, we tell y'all what we see. We're not trying to tell y'all now. We're not trying to say, hey, you're less than or anything. If you want to know why you ain't got no man, or your man looking at you a certain kind of way, who the best person to ask? A man.
Let me ask y'all something though. Why do y'all think in 2024 this is such an issue? And the reason I say that is when you go back to, like, I don't know, the 60s or something, right? The average woman understood that. Meaning they knew a woman would tell you, you know, the old mama, oh no, she a hussy or something like that. Right. You understand? But now in 2024, it's like you have the women who are dressed this way, but then you check a bio and it says she got some scripture in there. She's a woman of God. Whatever the case is. So it seems like the line has been blurred. What do you think caused that confusion?
It's making them money. It's making them money too. You know, like with Glorilla. Glorilla said this a couple of weeks ago that every man cheats, right? She was like, I know the guy that I'm looking for is a cheater, you know. And it's like, well, if you're putting yourself out there, any dude watching your video and enjoying that is you're gonna attract that type of person that you're gonna get. He's gonna be a cheater. He's gonna be a dog. He's gonna be somebody that is looking for the wrong thing.
Well, I think that's what I was gonna say. There's a problem here. There's a misunderstanding. I think a lot of women hear this and they think, oh, these Christian guys that I want, they still want that. They still want to see women dress like that. They just don't want their wife to dress like that.
No,
that is not true. If somebody is really serious, you don't want to see nobody look like that. Right. If that comes across me, I'm like, what? What's going on here?
Yeah.
If you're trained to protect your eyes and to make sure you're not
that's right.
lusting after women, these are God's daughters.
it's a stumbling block.
I'm not looking at anybody like that, hopefully, right? So I think there's this idea that, they want me to be covered up, but they want her to be uncovered. No, I do not. I don't want anybody to be uncovered. No, literally nobody.
You saw
right?
Angel Reese, she came out recently, she said she don't want to be over-sexualized. And immediately after she made that statement, every time you see her, she got less clothes on.
It's because there's this idea, and I remember when we were at Radio 1, there was a young man, I won't say who he is, but he just did not believe it was possible for men to be faithful. He didn't believe it was even possible. He thought that we were lying when we said that we were saving ourselves from marriage. He thought we were lying. He thought it was impossible. And I think a lot of women believe it is literally impossible to find a man who thinks this way. They think we're lying right now.
Yeah.
They think that we're just saying this for show. We literally do not want you to dress like that, young lady. There are people who are looking for godliness. If that's what you want out of a man, you have to display it, because we will look past you.
I'm gonna say
it's
this
just
too.
that's it.
And to be totally real, most dudes, you on Instagram, you scrolling through your timeline or something like that, you see some stuff like that. Sometimes you're gonna look at it, you know what I'm saying? Just be 100. You're gonna look at it, but you're gonna keep on scrolling. That ain't what you want, though. That's what I want you to say. Because women to say, nah, most men these days, they know that's what they want. They just lying, they just front. You gonna look at it because you're a man, you a straight man, you see a certain, you know what I'm saying? You see certain things, you gonna, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Then you on your explore page or whatever, you gotta clean that out. But if you on your explore page,
Tell the truth.
you know what I'm saying? You gonna scroll past it. You be like, man, you might. Then you gonna keep on scrolling. So really, it's a stumbling block for a man who trying to walk for God for real.
Right.
And I ain't gonna say it's all your fault. Like the man needs to get that right within himself.
They're
That's
trying
not
to
your
impress
fault.
y'all.
Yeah.
So they believe it because so many of y'all.
So
it's
many
true.
men are liking it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So-
I want to correct one thing that I do. There's one young lady I do want to see that way. This is my wife. Just one young lady. That's it.
Crazy.
behind closed
So
doors.
that is it.
So look,
that's what that is
The
for.
last thing I'm gonna ask y'all, right, is what do you say to the feminist who says that's me owning my body. I'm proud of my body. What do you say to that woman who
It's not yours.
on the opposite?
Is you
not
a
yours.
feminist? Or
Yeah,
you a
on the
Christian?
opposite end of it, really has the notion or is under the impression that when I do these things, it's not for a man to tell me how I'm supposed to dress or what I should do with my body. But
Yeah.
I'm the person who, this is my body and
It's
I'm
not.
supposed to.
Your body is not yours.
I
My
want.
body is not mine.
I rebuke that in the name of
Your
Jesus.
body belongs to the Lord. You have to put his thoughts about your body come before yours. Your body doesn't belong to random dudes on the internet yelling at you either.
Yeah.
It don't belong to me, but it doesn't belong to you either. That's the truth. And I think that idea of like, this is mine, this is mine. The true thing about what feminism was trying to do was to say it's not men's body, it's mine, right? That's more true than what used to be.
Yeah.
But it's not yours either.
Yeah.
That's the truth, right?
Yeah.
They don't have the right to tell you what to do, but you don't either.
Yeah.
You have to point your direction. You have to get your direction from God,
Yeah.
what he wants from you. That's it.
But to piggyback off what you just said, it's like we gotta take the Bible for what it is. We can't water down the word of God because we have our own perception on things. That ain't how the world works. So that ain't how God works. So like you either a feminist or you a Christian, dog. There's no in between. That's lukewarm. You feel me? So you gotta pick you one.
Yeah, I mean that's and what you just said is so real. It's like you got even as men, you can't be a player and a Christian.
Come on.
Yeah. Dudes in
That's
the
not happening
comments
in
saying
the
that
film.
though. He said, I can't lie, I be on the ground lurking. Like,
Yeah, you
They
can't
tell
do
you,
that, bro.
Stop doing that.
exactly. Like,
Stop doing that. If you catch yourself doing it, like
Yeah.
James said, it's impossible for you not to notice. But if you notice that you keep noticing, and you notice your Explorer page keeps looking like that, that's on you, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause it's the
The Explorer
algorithm.
page shows you what you
The
like to look at.
algorithm.
Yeah,
They
facts.
see you scrolling, they see you pause. They like, oh, I need to show him more of these because he
Yeah.
likes that.
Or
you got to control
Or you
yourself.
typing names in. That's another thing.
yeah, you looking for something.
And just as a hint, people can see what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found out the hard way.
I got a couple
People
brothers.
can see
Every
what
time
you
I
like.
see a little picture, I see their name on every.
Like, what is going on?
I hear, bro. I say, hey, bro, you out of control.
You
bro.
tripping, dog.
you out of control,
You can
bro.
see what you like, guys.
Yeah,
you can see what you like.